Ladies and gentlemen, this is the episode of RELL-ism. I'm your host, Rello. That's RELLO, and we are here. We here with a team, man. This is a special occasion. Not only did I call my man Schoon here, but I went ahead and just had to go ahead and call the whole No Boundaries team. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, without further ado, Schoon, go ahead and introduce everybody on the team, man.
All right, man. This is Dano, man. Baby Suge, J Love.
We already know about J Love.
I got a shooter over there, Loud Kicks, you know. And Justin, you can't
one of the
see
dopest with the cameras here. And then we definitely got Justin here. So yo, go ahead and check everybody out that's in this scene right here, that's in this cut right now. But man, how y'all feel, you know what I'm saying, knowing that like right now it seems like No Boundaries is really like that team pushing this music right now?
Yeah, man. Just stayed down, man. Took the stairs, man. They've been with me the whole time, but it's like we finally got to a point where it's like, all right, I can't do everything myself. Like,
right.
Let's just get a team and push the shit. You know, you could get a lot more done.
J Love, when did you feel like it was like, all right, it's time to make the change and we need to go ahead and push school just to the moon?
Man, just hearing tapes after tapes. I think it was just that time to elevate, you know.
So how did this relationship come about between you two? I'm gonna ask J Love first and see if it's the accurate story, and then I'm gonna ask School.
I ain't got a story for you, just real organic, man. Yeah. Just in the entertainment, you know what I mean, lane, and I'm like, man, why not?
And I know his older brother too, like,
yeah.
You know, so I've been knowing them since they was, you know,
the
pups, you know what I'm saying, when we was doing whatever we was doing, they was the ones right behind us. So it's like it just organically, like you said, fell into place.
Okay. So, School, me and you had this discussion the last time we linked up. So I'm gonna ask you and see if anything's changed, because now lately it's been like a couple more projects that dropped since we had this discussion. To you, what's your top 5 projects for you personally?
Fourth quarter for sure.
Fourth quarter. Okay.
Third quarter. Pedigree for sure.
Definitely.
That's 3. I love Spoonie Love just because of just how it came together. That shit was probably the funnest to put together. Like, that was really a team effort.
Man, so shout out to Melanie Monroe. You got her to go ahead and press the hair, go ahead and straighten it up and everything.
Hey, she
put his video shoot. Got the roll ball like he at the hotel, posted up chilling.
That's what it is.
How did that come about? Whose idea was that to make that shit happen?
The robe scene?
All that shit. Cause my nigga was looking like hell for real. Like
that's really I don't know, like really that initial idea, but that's really where Spoonie Love, well, not necessarily, but part of it was Spoonie Love came from that. The other part was Dano. When we dropped Vulnerable, I was like singing on that motherfucker. So he was like, you a singer, you know, you in your bag, that's Spoonie Love. And like that was the initial bug, and then, you know, some months later we just wrote that bitch.
Just ran with it.
Off of that initial.
That shit was a good night too. It was hella organic. We was all there that night. The album cover. It was hella. It was hella real smooth moment.
I was going for that Teddy Pendergrass, Michael Jackson, laying
they had the black and white cover.
It was really about.
I was bumping that old school shit.
We had that old school playing. Like it was really that vibe for sure. Like that's why I said like Spoonie Love was just like a
behind the scenes coming soon.
Yeah, it was just like a different process to put together. So it was like a week. We did it in like a week. Like all right.
The whole project in a week?
Yeah, we ran through that. Yeah. I'm like, let's do it. All right, week.
All right, so for those of y'all that don't know, Spoonie's probably one of the hardest working artists out here. Vic, how many projects you think you got in the tuck right now?
In the tuck, like ready to.
Yep. If we throw a name on it, throw it together.
Probably 4.
4 projects, and these is full body projects too.
Yeah, they coming.
All right, so who do you talk to now about just dropping music? Because you was good for just dropping a project and it's out, no promo behind it. It's just like, yo, the shit's out and it's about 15 to 20 tracks. Who talked you into finally like, all right, slow down, let's go ahead and
That
get
was
some.
the team. They done talk me off the bread several times.
I'm not doing that
It
no
was
more.
a night where we was out together. We called you. I'm like, yeah,
I was about to ask you about that.
and you was like, no, and I'm like,
So I was the final say with it.
You was the one that was like, made it like,
absolutely.
all right, I'm gonna fuck it. All right, I'm gonna listen to him.
I forgot which project it was.
It was timeless.
It was. It started off no here.
It was Thomas and
I said absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's no. And then he was
The whole room was no.
Man, I'm like, Colin, watch what he said.
Nah, because me and you had a plan for Thomas. We was ready to go.
Right.
And then like you broke down and was like, yo, so the team talking about I need to go ahead and just wait real quick. And then I was like, oh, them niggas got a point. I don't know if I can go ahead and agree with what we had planned.
But like, yeah, that's the difference between like I said before, I'm moving by myself. Like I would have jumped off the ledge several times. Now it's like I got niggas around me that I trust that been following me from the jump. It's like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Loud.
It's good.
What's the craziest shit you done seen behind that camera?
From just school?
Yeah, from when No Boundaries gets together.
I would have to say our video.
You see how J Love looking at you right now? He got little like, hey, you better keep this PG.
Man, I would say, man, our video shoots, man. That's some of the best, like, memorable moments. Like, you got Justin, you got him recording, you got me snapping, you see some of everything. Like, the pictures don't do no justice.
Don't.
Like, for real, because, like, the environment is so just,
Yeah.
you get some of everything to get those moments that you see. It's crazy, bro. So,
For sure.
I just seen some shit, though.
I know. I already know.
I had to pull some shit
I'm talking about shit like, y'all all right?
in the cut sometimes like, hey.
Behind the scenes to the video shoots, man, it's an experience. It's way better than the
Y'all gotta edit the behind the scenes more than y'all gotta edit the actual videos, huh?
Oh yeah.
I would say so.
Just different stuff in there though. Just in.
And it's a vibe in itself too.
Yeah,
like,
just.
It is. But
That
yeah, you gonna
picture
see
don't
some-
lie, you know what I mean?
We have waivers.
Pictures say 1,000 words.
Man.
1,000 words.
we gonna put it together somehow though. Like we got a collection of behind the scenes shit, but we gonna figure out how to put it out to where
Gotcha.
it's something
Vlog it
niggas can digest.
My man Dan,
What's up, baby?
I'm gonna have to go ahead and ask you, fam. So, what to you might be one of Scoon's biggest hits? I don't want to ask you what's the biggest hit because I think there's three tracks that's like a solid argument that if you play it to this day, like people know word for word.
I think, for me, it's difficult. You know, Schoon's my boy, so. But as far as like hits, like some ones like you like, okay, that's the one.
Yes, sir.
Two off of the top. I think number one is rest in peace, my boy, the Gov, Street Governor.
Yeah,
Slab. To me, that's probably the one right there.
definitely.
And then after that, like real street anthem, something that everybody can get down with, real town business. The joint with Coley.
Yeah,
That's another one that's like for real. You know, as far as like if you want to say hits,
that's a hit.
Those are the ones that I feel like people be like, okay, yeah. Now me, I'm different, so you know, but the joints I really like from Scooney, probably different. You know, the joint he did, Choosy, that whole album, the one with Choosy Lover on it. That joint, there's more on there, but
Sneak Teeks produced
there's a lot on that
White
joint.
Warrior.
But
Shout out
he's,
Sneak Teeks. for real.
that's the versatility. That's the best part about Scoon. Like right now, is that his versatility is
Mad
like,
versatility.
you know, before, again, I always loved Scoon. He was really rapping, but now like his versatility is starting to show. So he making a lot more records that people can, kind of this one, that one, that. He can kind of get in different lanes. He got a lot of different bags he getting in right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Anybody catch on to get it yet?
What you mean?
Nothing. Say less.
I mean, it's several parts to it. I mean, I don't know which one you talking about.
Where that beat came from?
Oh, man, I really no, because it really was
R.I.P.
before.
the legend.
You know what I'm saying? That's yeah, exactly. It was before all of that, so organic shit.
Definitely. So, I wanted to ask you too, because I don't think I asked you this the last time. How did Slab come about? Because that's one of those that you hold on to. Like if you from Wichita, that's like a Wichita classic, like hands down. You got Big Cliff on there, like his last track, his last record that he ever did.
It is.
Was with you.
That's my OG as far as, you know, my current push of music. Like that's all I give him, that, because like I was recording a lot, lost a lot of music. I was kind of like done with the shit, but he dropped the EP and I'm like, you know, his shit was sounding, you know, his shit was good. And I'm
Sounded
like,
fire.
you know, where do you record at, you know? And we just started talking and he was like giving me all the ins and outs, who he pressing up with, CDs and that. So once he got me back in that, like, you know, he just was always my OG. So once I got that Slab beat, like, I knew the vibe of it. I knew it was like some Texas shit, and like Cliff, like he was pretty. He's from here, but
Ride that
He was
shit.
tied in down there.
he's tied in deep in Texas. So I'm
ESG,
like,
all the
there's-
niggas he was tied in.
it's not even a question who I'm going to ask to like get on this record. But he was like he says on the intro, he was retired at the time. But I'm
Man,
like,
he come out of
you
retirement.
know what I'm saying? But I'm like, bro, I'm not asking nobody else. I'm leaving this verse open, like, and he, you know, he didn't even, you know, it was no hassle. Like he blessed me, like. And shit, it is what it is.
That's love. That's something that we have to hold on to like forever. That's
Yeah,
one of them
for
like
sure.
that's on rotation forever.
And I feel like, no cap, like I feel like we shot him in his best light. Like if I was to show anybody who Big Cliff is, I'm gonna show him Slab. Like
Yeah.
not even because it's my shit. Like he just looked good. He was Slim Cliff in that motherfucker. Like
Bag on him.
Dre shot the fuck out of that shit. So it's like, yo, and he spazzed on the record. I'm like, that's him at his. Like he said, he came out of retirement and he gave us that. You know what I mean?
That's
So,
love.
It's crazy.
That's mad
Rest in
love.
peace, Cliff, man. Rest in
Man,
peace to
for
Gov,
sure.
man. Hey, man,
Rest in
cup
peace
shot
to
for the
Gov,
Gov,
man.
Rest in peace for the Gov, man. God damn, for real.
Cliff was supposed to make an appearance at RELL-ism Music Fest, but YouTube shut that shit down.
Oh, for real? For
Yeah,
real?
man.
Yeah.
Damn, fuck
I always try to incorporate him in, you know, to something that I'm doing because
Cause I was trying to make that happen because me and you had a discussion before Real Vibes happened, and I'm like, "What you thinking about the track that's gonna be like? You know, the set. Like, what you thinking?" And he was like, "What you think?" So I named a couple, and Slab was one of them or whatever. And you was like, "Only way I'm doing Slab is if Big Cliff is
I
on
gotta
there."
show him. I'm like,
Got
I gotta
to.
show,
Yeah,
gotta show my
got
nigga.
But crazy enough, there is a video of the Real Vibes Music Festival. There is a version of it where Big Cliff, the video from Slab, is incorporated in your performance. Somehow, some way, we gonna get that out.
Yeah,
Somehow,
for
some way,
sure.
we gonna get that out. But
For sure.
School, you've been in the game 10 plus years
I'm
now.
OG, man.
10
Like I
plus.
said, we was talking about the other day, out of my draft class or rap class.
Okay, so that's a good question.
Ain't a lot of niggas left.
Who's in your draft class? Who's in your class that you consider?
That I could
That you consider is in
officially
your,
say
Yeah.
that I seen back then.
Yeah.
That's still kicking now is Smooth.
There's only 3.
and Sam. That I you know that consistently that I feel like they was definitely doing.
That's a
back,
crazy
back when I
class.
was jumping off the porch.
That's a crazy class.
I mean, it's other rappers that
Definitely,
you know,
definitely.
but I'm just saying like you know.
y'all 3 alone. That's a crazy group right there. What's your relationship like with both of those gentlemen?
Man, it's respect. It's mutual. You know what I'm saying? Me and Smooth we ain't locked in solo with a record, but we do. It's a record with me and him both on it. It's crazy, but I don't know if niggas will ever hear it. But I tried to get them on Pedigree, but some other, you know, just you know.
I think he caught
the-
COVID.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
laws of the earth just didn't make it happen. But yeah, me and Sam locked in.
He caught COVID when literally like 2 weeks before the project was going to drop.
I sent them a record, but it was like I need it now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna force nothing. You know what I mean? So if it don't happen organic,
It gotta be
it's just-
organic.
Yeah, it just
Definitely
ain't
gotta
meant
be
to
organic.
But yeah, me and Sam is cool too. So we got a record together. But yeah,
J Love, I want to ask you what's some things that you've seen about the music business that some people either might not know or just some shit that like you would suggest people pay attention to when they're trying to jump into it.
Man, I'm not even really deep in it like that, like I need to be. But for me, maybe just independent or label, just teetering. I mean, you know what I mean? seeing which one you want to go with.
Got you.
But
How, when it comes to like a label, do you mean just like the finances of a label? You know what I'm saying, or is it because when people sign, it's like, you know, some people get nervous now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, in this climate, you know, because a lot of time these labels, like, those contracts ain't meant for us to understand.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
The labels, you know, you want that upfront money.
Yeah.
They can catch that back end.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and change our life now. We got the tapes, whatever is needed to go, but you know, independent. You almost gotta have your own money and everything.
What do you feel about Scoon and his music creating right now, his creating process? Do you think that right now, like, he's in his prime, or do you think he hasn't even reached like that peak yet?
It's songs like that you could just be like, man, I know it's more to it. But yeah, you got a lot to tell.
As we might be able to make the comparison of like Scoon being like the LeBron story, where it's like LeBron was in Cleveland and he saw success, but it was like, you know what I'm saying, like it took that team,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, to get behind him.
Okay, you know.
I like that.
He said that.
When you first said LeBron, I'm like,
Look, I already know how to make this work.
you don't have to make this work.
As soon as Bron hit South Beach and he had, you know what I'm saying, a team behind him, you know, he had a D Wade, had a Bosh, you know what I'm saying. Once he built that around him, it was everything else just came together, and you saw nothing but success. You know what I'm saying? So that's the comparison I was gonna make. I ain't talking Laker. I'm Laker.
I was
bro.
listening. I was,
What you talking about? Hey, man.
Nigga felt disrespected for a quick
I'm
second.
like, he couldn't say Kobe or nothing.
Real fast. Can we go back real fast? I just want to say something real quick.
Let's
You
hear
were
it.
saying about that the label independent argument. For like that for that situation for people, I feel like it's one of two ways. If you an artist that maybe you're not exactly the most talented artist as far as like with your craft or what you do, but you just got like, you know, songs or hits or whatever it is, and people want to mess with you, that's the route to go to the label. Because, you know, the label wants hits. They want that glitz and glam. They want that flash in the pan.
Right.
But for any artist that actually is like a skilled artist, as far as, again, you actually take notes to your craft, you're actually good at what you do, that's the type of people that, as far as, I mean, if you're really good and people want to listen to you,
Definitely.
it's better for you to go independent, because you can actually get that back end money. That's gonna take more grind. It's gonna take more, you know, on the up end. But for a person who, again, like, you know, not to say that, you know, Scoon could never pop off and do something hella big, but, you know, I mean, there's a difference between, you know, a nigga who's like really, really good at their craft and then somebody who's like a Soulja Boy. So, you know, who just pops off real fast, has a hit, and the label loves them, who, you know, mainstream shit. If you can actually build a crowd, which Scoon has, or people who got really, if you really, really good at what you do, you can build that crowd, you can build your own audience. It's better for you to go independent. I mean, especially nowadays too, you got the internet, you don't need the label. Now again, it's gonna take more grind, it's gonna take more shit.
The label,
but you already see
here
how
more
we
for the
doing,
money.
so.
It's more so just for the money. It's more so like, okay, like,
That's up front though. So I mean,
Because-
is it more money or I mean,
it's
we
like,
see what they do in the
it's
back
like
end.
this. It's like this.
How many niggas
So,
are saying they ain't getting no money
We
off the label?
can go right now, and we can get a billboard real quick. We can get 5 billboards in one major city. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a select amount. That label can go ahead and get you that billboard in New York, in Times Square.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that little difference. You know what I'm saying? That it's like, it brings that different type of attention.
that
You know what I'm saying?
That money different.
No,
We live in a capitalism
and
world,
on the front end, when you ain't never seen it, it's gonna make you be like, oh man, my billboards up here, they gonna give me X amount of dollars. I'm gonna be in the game.
Yeah.
But what you don't know is that off of every album you sell, you ain't gonna make no money.
No, you ain't making
When you go
no.
on tour, they gonna take some of your tour money. If you're in a 360 deal, all that other stuff. That's what people understand about the game nowadays. But so if you got that organic, and I keep saying that word, but if you got that real crowd, that people that fuck with you, you got people that really want to hear your music, and again, you really good at rapping, you actually can do what you know what I'm saying? And again, you're not rapping fake shit, like what you saying is real spill, people can fuck with it on so many different levels. That's when, if you have the ability to, you should, you know, explore the option of saying, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and fund myself, and we're gonna see what they want to do. And when that happens, you can see it's a lot of people that make way more money independent. You can't sell CDs out of trunks no more, really. But I mean, you can definitely still have that same attitude. You can have that Master P No Limit attitude. You can get that dough on your own.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that's doing that nowadays. You know, I'm rambling, but yeah, go ahead. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Scoon, when did you pick up the pen? When did all this start?
Probably 5th grade.
5th grade. Do you remember the first beat that you rapped over?
Maybe No Pigeons instrumental. No Scrubs, but it was No Pigeons. Or no, maybe it was Nas's, like, you know, I used to have like
You see how you trying to clean it up, man?
That was funny, but that was true though. I did do the No Pigeons, but maybe Nas's like was first, probably, you know. You know, I used to buy the singles, and I had the single, the radio version, the clean, and then we'll have an instrumental. So me and my boy Jamal, Plain J, my favorite rapper, we used to just start shredding them, recording.
Shout out to Plain J.
Shout out to Jamal.
Got suspended from school in the 6th grade for rapping. You know, we was, like I said, probably from 5th grade on, we was full-fledged.
Y'all niggas was some trouble,
composition books, yeah.
Y'all niggas was some problems.
Yeah, we was all that.
Straight problems. Now, one thing that people might not talk about, or they just might, is that Scoon was actually an athlete back in the day. Like, was actually active out here as the athlete. So, what was some things that you dibbled and dabbled in? You know what I'm saying, as far as sports when you was younger?
Football, basketball, track, really. You know.
Which ones you feel like you thrived in? And you better not say all 3 of those again.
I mean, at some point I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas know me in all 3 of them. Like, just depends on what we talking about. But like, I don't know. My pops ran track. Like, that was his shit. So like, probably naturally, track was probably my best sport, you know, that I could just roll out of bed with.
All right, so if you were to start a Wichita basketball team with just rappers, who's your starting 5? Videographers included. Dre K. Meyer is included in this discussion.
Dre's in there.
And Dre, I'm calling your ass out because best believe you me, we having this 3-point contest. I don't care what you say.
Let me get Nook. He's a fucking pro athlete for sure. Watched him play.
Nice with it.
Easy.
Look faster than what niggas think he is. That's the thing that like people don't realize. Like, look
faster than most niggas. And he's quick.
Look faster than y'all think he is. Like,
that's your fault.
Man, that's right.
Like, that's your fault. Like, we about to play.
We got Hollywood Dre. We got Scoon. We got Nook. We got K. Meyer. One more.
Real big man.
A big man?
I mean, we got Smooth out here. We got, who else we got out here that's hooping?
Did Smooth hoop back in the day?
Yeah, Smooth. Ooh.
I mean, I'm just saying. I seen a lot of niggas hoop. Let's go, big!
That was a
Smooth a dog though, so I know he probably like, you know, Westbrook on the court or something, you know. So, but I'm just saying, I've never seen
Big Steel.
Leon Flowers, you know what I'm saying?
That's a good
They on the cut, you know what I'm saying?
I like that lineup.
Hey, Free
I like
Steel?
that lineup.
Yeah,
Free Steel,
definitely
by the way.
Free Steel.
Free Steel,
wasn't
definitely.
hooping back in
I was
the
bumping
day.
Luke Cage for
Still just a big body.
Right, I'm talking about niggas I know. I done seen hoop before. Like, these niggas I know done played real basketball before. That's why I'm saying those are the 5 I know for sure.
I like that lineup that you gave. I like that
I
lineup.
would have put Heavy in there if I needed a big man, you know. Come on, nigga, post up. Get busy.
Man, I done went up against Heaven football, and that is not fun whatsoever. Boy, I tell you. But one thing that I always love about listening to your music, Scoon, is like when I'm listening, I always catch a Wichita reference. Never fails. Somehow, some way, I hear something about either a school, I either catch a street, I either catch something that's going down, something involving the community. What do you think it is about the Wichita community that people might not recognize or might not know that's so special about this community?
Man, we're no different than anywhere.
Not at all.
We're prime real estate. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody tapped into this Wichita. Wichita could be a Compton or whatever, or you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Like we got talented, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'll talk about it because this is where I grew up. You know what I'm saying? When I listen to Illmatic, I feel like I'm in Queensbridge. When I listen to the Chronic, I feel like I'm in motherfucking Compton. I've never been there, but you know I could see it, I could feel it. So when I'm rapping about what I'm rapping about, a nigga's gonna come to Wichita.
If y'all don't listen to Pedigree and listen to School break down everything, like this nigga literally broke down USD 259 and broke down every school. Said this is what we go to for every school. So don't play with my man.
All the stereotypes.
And it's a fact. Hey, every last one was true. Did you lie?
That's how I grew up.
Didn't lie on one time. So J Love, my question for you is, what do you feel that it is about Wichita that people might not recognize, like as far as the growth, the potential that Wichita has? Because Schoon is, you know what I'm saying, Schoon's the music side, and like I look at you as the business side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm about to say there's a lot of talent around here just from anything though, even art. What's her name? Brittany got art, man. But go back to your question again. What did you say?
I was just gonna say, what is it about you think like the talent around like in Wichita? Like what do you think that people don't recognize as far as like the potential? Because like I feel like Wichita has the potential. It could, if you give it the right scenarios and you put the right people behind it. You know what I'm saying? Wichita could flip quick. Like, you know how people go down to Kansas City and then what's that shit called? The red light district and shit like that or whatever.
Power light district.
Power light district. Yep. Wichita got the potential right there to have the exact same situation.
I feel like we would do more with something like that than they do.
I feel the same way.
They wanted this to be a retirement home type of stuff.
We turned down casinos and shit.
Wichita, they keep it small on purpose.
Turn down marijuana, all that. You know,
Wichita could have been bigger than Kansas City. It could have been. We in the middle of everything. If you come through the Dallas, if you come through the East Coast, if you come to the West Coast, you gotta come through here.
It's prime real estate.
That's on them.
We see it all. We tap on to everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I don't like when people try to downplay Wichita. People be on some, Wichita.
They always trying to downplay Wichita.
Yeah, but niggas is from here and they say that shit. Get out of here.
Kansas,
from here and say
Kansas City. No, we're not Kansas City.
My thing with people always is
this.
People always like, they think of Wichita and they be like, oh, well, I don't give a fuck about, you know what I'm saying, this community. I don't give a fuck about, trying to make it here in Wichita, because it's like, what is it going to do for me? My thing is this. If you can't make it here,
can't make it
what
nowhere.
make you think you going to make it in the bigger city?
Nigga, the rent is $650 here. You go to the real city, it's $1,400.
Nigga, you got a 3-bedroom house for $650.
I lived on the East Coast. What you want to do? Like, real speed, exactly, yeah. You can't do that shit. Yeah, Wichita is a place where you can
greater risk, higher reward, man. You make this motherfucker pop. That's bigger than just being the next nigga out of Atlanta or the next nigga out of LA or the next nigga out of New York. Like
you have to get a buzz in your city though.
If you put the baby or Cole, North Carolina, Benny and them in Buffalo, we never heard niggas from these places. You know, we never heard of Compton before. Easy and them niggas. When you put on the city, you good. You're not just one of them ones. Like nigga, you're different.
I want to go touch off of something that Dan has said. We were talking, and my question was gonna be, what is making it to certain people? Like, what is being big? Because it's like, example, this is no offense, I don't see Schoon being a Drake. You get what I'm saying? Like, that Schoon will never be in that position where it's like he's a Drake. You know what I'm saying, in that mainstream world. But the thing is like, we got cats such as a Currency, or such as, you know what I'm saying, those underground Project Pat, 3-6 Mafia on the come up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can
niggas like filthy rich, or there's a lot of niggas who just
talking about, like, man, success, man, is what you make it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not judging my success on what somebody else thinks successful is. Like, nigga, if I feel like I'm a king today, that's what the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
My success is my success, especially coming from where I come from. So I'm not gonna judge it on what somebody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, my growth, like even being here today with a team, like, or still doing music, still being relevant. Like to me, that's a different kind of success in itself. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Scone, what's been the reward from being so patient and being so hard working over these years?
Man, just like I said, seeing my rap class or my, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could name 200 niggas that was rapping when I jumped off the porch. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. So it's like, you know, you gotta just give yourself your own flowers sometime when it's like, damn, you really passionate about something. It's like you didn't compromise. You didn't need nothing. You didn't need other people to validate you for you to just keep pushing.
Don't need the cosign.
Stay disciplined. You know, no cosign. That certified shit. You can't validate this. Like I validated myself. Like I put in the work. I might have been behind the scenes. Like you just didn't see it, but I know. You know what I'm saying? I know the work that I put in. I know how I got here. I know the time I spent on my craft, and like now I done already gave myself trophies. Like you niggas can't tell me shit. You know what I mean?
I think that's big on something that you just said. You gave yourself trophies because it's like people look for the validation from other people so strong that it's like you undermine everything that you put together just for somebody else's recognition.
Gotta get in tune with yourself.
Exactly.
In tune with yourself. When you in tune with yourself, you're not worried about what this man thinks about you.
Exactly.
What you got, how much money you got, like what bitch you got. Like nigga, like I said, if you in tune with yourself, you know exactly who you are, what your success is. Like
Exactly.
Loud.
What's good?
How'd you come into the picture with the team?
Man, look.
What made you pick up the camera and was just like, yo, I'm finna follow you around and we finna get these fire ass photos?
Man, it started way before that. So I started photography like in 2017 when I was at school, AK State. But when COVID hit, I'm back home, man. Scooney, he been in my life since what? I was 15, 14. Mm-hmm. So this is my OG. You know, this is somebody who I call my OG. So
that make you feel old.
I'm him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm him. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, man, when I got back from school, it was just, man, I told him I was getting a camera, you know what I'm saying, for other reasons outside of photography, but I told him I was doing photography. And by that time, shit, he was, what project was you working on? What project was you loading up? I forgot what project it was. Sessions.
Probably, I think so. So that project loading up.
Sessions was the first project I seen. I said, all right, who this nigga got taking photos for him?
You feel what I'm saying?
Because Vic never had a single photo.
Exactly.
Like, I'll be trying to make something for this dude. Like, okay, I'm glad Bravo said that. Just random Facebook. Dog, I'm glad last year we did a playlist battle. So basically, it was an artist taking their catalog of music, kind of like the Versus thing, but it was a local thing. And Scoon went up against my man Skinny Chip Yaddy. And when I tell you, it was like Mission Impossible to find a photo for this nigga to use for the flyer.
I was little out here. We like ninjas out here, baby.
I had to go to a video. And really shot this nigga standing like this. I'm just like, damn, nigga, let me find something.
Facts.
That's right. Yeah, he was on my top about that shit too. Like, yo, bro, you gotta, like, your Instagram artist, like, you gotta, it has to look a certain way. That's all him. That's all him.
We sharpened it up. But yeah, so nonetheless, man, it went from AOG, you know, I do pictures. He was like, what? Think you do pictures? Nobody knew. So nonetheless, you know, and boom.
I was going with him around town. He was doing shoots,
town,
like,
all that.
Getting his
so
reps
it's deep.
up.
It's not just
it wasn't even about rap, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was about his art. Like, he's dope. Like, he didn't just, if you think one of his pictures look good, like, it's because he put in the work, the reps. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really watched him from the ground, like, with that camera. So.
Y'all had me dead. We was outside, and they said, my man Loud be out there. He got, like, zip line and everything. Be snapping the photos. They said he on the roof. He come out the roof. Hey, I can't remember who said it. They said, nigga hanging from the drone.
How do you do this?
I'm dead.
That nigga's an expert photographer.
But the thing is, man, like, so like with school, like you said earlier, man, it's just part of the process, man. So and it's just that time. You know what I'm saying? You asked about the prom. I feel like he's just not getting there, and he's still got a lot to go. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this goes back to, and now you're about to display it. You know, we seeing it. So
Definitely. I love the fact that everybody on this team is so supportive of you. But one thing that I just heard, like in that conversation, that people might not realize is Schoon is just as supportive of his team as his team is of him. Because I just heard Loud just say like, or you just said, you was like, he was going around doing shoots and shit like that. And I'm like rolling with him, just catching him doing stuff like that. Love, what's a characteristic or just a quality of Scooney that you think people don't know about him that just makes him like, you know, saying just a special individual himself?
Unique. Very unique. His style.
Because my man's loyal to the soil.
Yeah.
Stay
of course
loyal.
That. Well, I just put something on Twitter not too long ago.
About how long I've been down and
Yeah.
the progression of the tapes, the quality of the
Man.
over the years.
Concepts.
You see it.
Everything, man. That, like he was saying, just that layout, just putting that layout together and pushing that, because he wasn't doing that at all.
you know what I mean.
I don't think nobody really was, for real.
I mean, and to backpack that, the dopest thing about Schoon is like, you know, most time artists like they want to be like hands on whatever I say go, but Schoon, he understands like, you know, this is a team effort. They see something I don't see, and obviously
Everybody got their own
exactly. And
process.
obviously, if it was where I was supposed to be, I would have been doing that. But obviously, they see something that and they can improve something that we can't. So that's what I love about Schoon. It's the low ego. You know what I'm saying? And that's where, and then it wears off on all of us because now we all have low ego. You know what I'm saying? It's no problem. I
We'll
could
bump heads too.
you know
We
what I'm
all
saying?
respect each other enough to.
Yeah.
Like I said, we was arguing before we.
We did
got
that
here.
before we got here. Nah, we did. Yeah, we weren't even.
Now go ahead and bring up that discussion. That was arguing was.
We can.
Whatever we can.
We can't, yeah, because then it'll be stepping on toes. But
Yeah.
nah, it was really some organic, some cool shit. There was nothing, no
But we just
problem.
hold each other accountable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's what it is.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's all family love though. For you know, no matter what though.
It's that Franklin shit off of Snowfall. Y'all seen that clip
100%.
where it was like, you know, Franklin defended
Arguing
this
with
boy.
Leon?
He was with him like he defended him the whole time. And as soon as they got in that car,
Right?
He
Hey,
let that
right
nigga
along.
have it.
Yeah.
Right along, we
No,
riding,
yeah.
but yeah, we gonna talk about it for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
definitely.
Like it's been several moments like that where it's like, shit.
Y'all would never know. Y'all would never know about it. But
Yeah.
as far as
Y'all ain't gonna know we got an
when we
issue
close
right
the
now.
door,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like all right, this nigga did this, but
Yeah.
hey, you better not touch him. But all right, we gonna talk about it though.
Like
amongst
I'd
us,
rather
you know what I'm saying?
touch Knuckles than you know sit here and be crazy like we'll
Yeah.
figure it out and then we gonna you know y'all won't know about it though. It's all good though. You know it's family over here. It's
Certified
certified
shit.
to the
Ninja.
death. Certified to the death. It's tatted on us. You know?
Schoon, what is it that's special about this No Boundaries team that you feel that you just know that this is the team? And you know what I'm saying? It for all we know, it might be missing a couple key pieces that, you know what I'm saying, might elevate it to the next level. Because, you know what I'm saying, y'all always plotting and planning.
Yeah, for
But,
sure.
but what is it about this team right now that you feel is going to push it to where, you know what I'm saying, reach those heights?
I feel like they all want to work. You know what I'm saying? I challenge at the beginning of this year. I challenged all these niggas to outwork me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, outwork me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do, outwork me.
Don't meet me there, beat me there.
Come on, who gonna outwork each other? And I feel like if we all holding each other accountable like that, like you're gonna land on something positive. You know, you're gonna land on the next step. You know, holding each other accountable like that. And they know I'm gonna work. They know I'm gonna go crazy. They gonna have to slow me down. So I feel like if we all slowing each other down, we're gonna have enough product to really put something together.
I feel that. I feel that. Let's talk a little bit about the relationship between Scooney and Blake Warrior. So, Schoon's been in the game for, you know what I'm saying, 10 plus
When I
years
first started.
now.
That first tape.
Right.
And it seems like right now Blake is really catching fire. And it's like now
He got
he's
it.
getting that recognition.
He
that
got
he
it. And
deserves.
I've always told Blake from day one, I said, oh, this nigga got it. You know what I'm saying? Just even mentally.
But what was
though.
it about him? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when you meet Blake,
Look, that's what I'm saying. You gotta
nobody else
you
like
gotta
Blake
know.
Warrior.
You gotta know. Niggas don't know how competitive he is. Like the niggas really, he's a psycho. You know what I'm saying? Like he really gets it though. Like he really processes this shit. Like
Yeah.
he loves the game. He takes it real serious. So like that was Loud's homie from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? These niggas was like. And you know, like you said, if you don't know him, you don't know. Like, so he was just real quiet, and all of a sudden, they
Always
like, yeah,
quiet.
Blake rap. You know what I'm saying? He's like 18, 17, 18. They like, oh, he rap. I'm like, I've never heard this nigga talk. You know what I'm saying? What you mean he raps? First song, I'm like,
Crazy.
what?
Crazy.
Fired.
Come on, man.
Next level.
And we instantly locked in. Started going to the studio and did a whole tape together. Like, and like I said,
Fire tape. That's in my top 5.
I said he got it. He got it. He know what he doing. You know what I'm saying? Like he gets it.
He has something that I don't think others have here. I don't know what exactly it is.
It's that like the music. It's that music. It's the fact that he's paying attention to every aspect of the beat.
He gets it. I'm trying to tell you, like a lot of niggas don't get it. You know what I'm saying? He gets it full circle wise. Like he gets it. Like that's my dog.
He in
like,
tune. That's the best way to
yeah.
say it.
Mm-hmm.
Same
Okay.
with a lot of our favorite ones here from here too, but yeah, he's in tune.
Blake Warrior, and this is no disrespect to Blake whatsoever, but Blake is definitely one of those cats. He's one of those newer artists that is a Drake influence. You know what I'm saying?
For
It's
sure.
it's that generation. You get what I'm saying? So this is my question for you. We recognize that's that generation for him. What's your generation? Like who could you tie Scooney? You'd be like, you personally, you'd be like, growing
Right.
up, these is who I was on. This is where my influence
That
comes
influence
from.
why I'm the way I
Yes.
am.
Nas,
Jay,
50.
3-6 Mafia.
3-6 Mafia for sure. Lil Wayne, T.I. Like them was the niggas that I was, you know, Project Pat. Well, that's part of 3-6. But like them was the niggas that was in constant rotation for me. You know what I mean?
You're a music savant. I know you're a music
And
savant.
it's no boundary, so it definitely wasn't just rap, you know. And it's
Yeah.
definitely not even just music. Like the niggas that influenced me, they're not all rappers and musicians. Like
Definitely.
Kobe Bryant I call him one of my favorite rappers, and it's like it's not even because
It ain't got
it
nothing to
has
do with
nothing to do with
music.
music. It's
Even though he do got that one record, he got that.
I ain't
one,
talking about music.
Yeah, I know.
I'm talking about I incorporate his
This nigga
mentality into my music. It's comedians on there, like Richard Pryor, Cat Williams. Like I rap because of these niggas. Like
Yeah.
it's athletes like even from the dub, Corleone Young. I was a kid, nigga, at all his games.
How did it feel to get that jersey?
What? Like, nigga, I went and got it from him personally. Like, nigga, I was at all your games. Nigga, I know how coach you are. You're the best to ever come out the city. Shout out to White Mama, Connor Frankamp. But Corleone Young is the best basketball player to ever come out of the city.
That's a
period.
Love
And
that.
shit, nigga. It's all love with him. You know what I'm saying? He's the GOAT. He fuck with me. He know real talent, and it's like that.
It's all love. It's all love. All right, so J Love. Now that the ball's been rolling and everything is starting to take off, what advice are you giving Scooney right now? As far as, because personally, I think this is the most success I feel like Scooney is seeing right now out of his career. What is it that you're telling him to keep him like on you know saying on the straight and narrow path?
Like you were saying earlier, just holding you know his tapes. He be wanting to push out a lot, so just keeping him.
That nigga
we
stay
can,
wanting
like,
to push out some music.
Man,
He
But,
stay wanting to push.
He's a workaholic.
At one point at one point I'm like, all right, so what project we working on? This nigga sent me 4 projects.
yeah,
He's like,
Yeah.
which one? Like take your
pick
pick.
one. What you
Pick
want?
one. Like, golly.
I remember when I was with you that one night, and you was like, "Man, I'm working with Scooney. He got a couple projects coming." And I talked to him a little bit too, but I didn't want to. I was like, "Well, I didn't know how much is going on, so I didn't say nothing." But I was like, "Well, that's a bit." I said, "Oh well, shit. Well, you already know. Like this dude is always got something in the tuck."
And he let me have full control too. That's what the fire thing was.
Something-
Like
yeah.
he was like, I was like, all right, so send me all the tracks. He sent me all the tracks, and we lived with them tracks for what, like 2-3 months? Lived with them for about 3 months. Oh, Pedigree. By the time Pedigree dropped, I knew Pedigree from beginning to end.
Yeah, sequence, all that.
Who had a problem with my sequence?
Yeah.
He didn't get it though. Remember I told you?
Yeah.
He's the one who said it was like 7 out of 10.
You on blast right
Tell
Who's fucking with my shit? Hey, who's fucking with my shit?
Definitely was.
that guy.
What was it? Was it just the how it all broke down?
Man,
So let me tell you the vision that Scoon explained to me, and then tell me like once you like it doesn't make sense.
bet.
So Scoon came to me and was like, "Yo, I want Pedigree to tell my life,
Okay.
to be like a life story. I want it to begin humble beginnings. This is where we are. We going through some shit. This is where we, you know what I'm saying, where we come out. Beginning of Pedigree, we start off in church.
Mm-hmm.
Church kid, stealing candy from, grandma's purses, the works. Then we go into, we keep going a little bit, and then that's when the music kind of taps in. Then we keep going a little bit, and then it's like, okay, so this is like the lifestyle that we might have chose, you know what I'm saying? And this is the route that we live in.
Yeah.
Then we go ahead and we go into, we go into free. And it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? This is where we are. Consequences of your decisions. Then we keep going, and then it's, we got the track with the little fella, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't necessarily follow every step that I make, you know what I'm saying? But follow the words that I give you. And then we go ahead and we finish off.
I hear you, but that was all pre. But I would say what got me was
I didn't know you had a problem with that.
That was before he heard all of that too.
Yeah, before all of this. Yeah, because at first I'm like, you get Big Dog, you get Sly. I'm like, all right, I get the first track, but that, and then it's like going into that. It's like, bro, where we going with it? It's like where we going with it? And so I was confused until he then broke it down to me. But yeah, I didn't get it at first. It wasn't the ending either. It was the beginning. I was like, okay, so how we get there though? You know what I'm saying?
So
I get it, but how we get there? You know what I'm saying?
Originally, that was not the intro.
Okay.
Originally, that was not the intro. Peace was not the intro. It was actually Pyramids, which was renamed
and put on
Thomas.
See?
And I had a conversation with Scoon about the track list for Thomas. I don't know what happened after me and you talked about it, but it was like me and Vic was like, yo, it's gonna be about 5 or 6 songs. Next thing you know, this nigga done added about 2 or 3 on
he
there.
don't do that.
Remember Breed was like, you was like 4 songs. Remember I sent you that gift. I'm like, sing. Like, nah, give me 6.
Nah, you stay sending that Joker gift. That nigga be
Gifts on deck. Yeah, he got all that. He ain't worried about it. He gonna get all that. All the money.
Get that off. He get that off every time. Every time he get that off, boy. Every time, G.
So we talk about how talented Vic is, but my question for the whole team is, how competitive is this man Vic? What? You hear how quiet this room got?
Listen,
this shit real. This shit real.
You see what happened when they put that bullshit list out. We don't want niggas to get sensitive again because Vic is extremely. When it comes to that, who got these bars out here? I mean, we all that.
Let me see our Sprite.
Sometimes I gotta tone it down, man. When they
man,
Vic, have you ever seen me make a list and you not on that list?
Man. I haven't.
And we ain't even gonna speak on that. We ain't gonna bring that up, but you seen how that happened. So because most of these niggas is trash. I'm gonna say it right here, right now. A lot of these niggas out here is super duper trash.
He going crazy.
Nah, man, I'm just saying. Hey, a lot of these niggas is really not good at rapping.
Trying to get cuz on the back. I'm like, yo, chill. I'm not gonna say that away from saying the name. Oh no.
I'll pull it back on. But nah, a lot of these niggas.
You gotta relax.
No, it's good. We ain't gonna do that. But real spill though. I mean, honestly though, but real spill though, like a lot of niggas that people like fuck with is not good at rapping in any sort of way whatsoever at all.
Definitely.
So you niggas should really back off and just go back to the USPS.
Right.
Push
back
off.
to your question. How competitive is Scooney?
He's the best.
Listen, I argue with the nigga every day about something stupid. It could be the smallest thing from sports to music. It really be music. We had an argument before we got here, and we're not gonna get into it. Yeah. We're not gonna talk about that. But extremely competitive, man, and you can tell in his work. You know what I'm saying? But
Definitely.
it's extremely competitive, man.
Mamba mentality.
Like I said, yeah, my mentality, but he got a lot of LeBron tendencies. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
Stop saying it. Stop saying it. Get him out of here.
What's wrong with it?
Hey, yo, get him out of here.
What is wrong with this nigga? I ain't gonna lie to him.
You been in on a long time.
This is LeBron.
He been in on a long time.
Let's that in there. Huh?
He did. You look at it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know you're not lying. You bullshit. You ain't lying. You bullshit.
We'll talk about that later.
We're not
Yeah. Schooney's extremely competitive. He's a good guy.
That's all right. Y'all be easy.
He's one of the best.
all right.
How you get away from not having any girls, man?
Man.
How you get that lucky?
Man.
As in children or
Children.
No, children, yeah, that's like.
Man, I don't
Nah, hey, no.
I'm a good guy though. I think that's what it is. You
Based
know, really?
going off of what J Love said, remember the conversation me and you had? And I said, if you get this to happen on Twitter, I said, you the man officially.
Oh yeah.
I gotta give you made that shit happen.
Oh yeah. But I think I treat women right, man. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't one of them ones where I needed a curse to come back and hit me. I
I can't
think
wait
that's
to
really
see the
what it
comments
is.
when you say this comment right
Yeah,
here.
you know. So
I know the comments gonna be lit.
if you got a girl, there's probably some karma behind that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Hey man,
Damn, what the fuck we doing?
Hey, calm
man?
down. Yeah, we got daughters, man. What we doing? We got daughters. Hey, I know I'm a piece of shit, but hey,
our
come
first
on, man.
one.
My first. You next question.
Do you hear he said y'all? He said y'all first one. Look
Hey, I'm not certified lover boy. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying? I'm locking whatever down. You know what I'm saying? So,
He happy.
Whoa.
It all sounds good.
whoa, you gotta relax.
You gotta relax. Pump the brakes, fella.
Right.
Hey.
So, School, how does it feel to have some of the most lethal athletes in Wichita, Kansas, coming from your
Right.
that's
Pedigree.
your seeds, that's your pedigree?
Pedigree.
How crazy is that
That's
shit?
pedigree. It ain't even too
You
much.
got Lil Ja,
It's
you got
pedigree.
Juju,
Amir, big
and
dog.
Lil Amir. Shout out to Amir because Amir was the one that was on the project. Huh?
Yes, sir.
That's fire.
Nigga,
That's fire.
they all some
Cold.
big dogs.
Cold.
So which one's the one that's like hooping like crazy right now? That's Ja, huh? What's it like watching your seed out there seeing success in the sports world?
Really, they already more advanced than I was at their age. You know what I'm saying? So really, you know, I just feel like they carrying on tradition. It's humbling. You know what I'm saying? I don't really push them too much, but they love what they do. They, you know.
What's some advice that you give your young boys? You know what I'm saying? Like whether it's before the season, you know what I'm saying, during the
It's
season.
always. It ain't even no break. I'm on their head all day. Like Juju just ran. He had his first track meet, and I'm like, yo, you ain't take a picture of the record board at school? Like you don't know all the records? Like nigga, I broke all the records. You know what I'm saying? I got plaques for records. Like nigga, go see what the records are. And go do what you need to do to break them. Like that's how I talk to him. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm coming home from work today, he's sending me pictures of the league track records and shit. I'm like, yeah. So when I get home, that's what we was talking about. Like, yeah, what do you need to do to get this, get that? Like he's in tune with it. So we talk about
Some real shit.
everything. I don't never pass the teaching moment. Like as good as they are, you wouldn't know by how I talk to them. You know what I'm saying? I need it all. I need whatever you got. I need it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I be pushing them.
Definitely. So 2020, I can make an argument, and I think everybody in this room will make an argument. And Schoon damn near was the MVP when it comes to this hip hop shit. 2020. Dropped 5 projects?
Nobody put out no.
Six.
Hey,
Six
the Joker meme.
6 projects.
In
Had-
6 months.
In
I had COVID twice at the top of 2020, man.
Talk your shit.
Hey, OG COVID.
I let niggas talk their shit for 6 months, and I said, all right, bet. Let's roll. Let's work.
And you
No
possibly,
disrespect.
and you literally had 3 of the hottest videos of the year.
Respect.
Man, shout
3.
out to Hollywood Dre.
3 of that.
And
3.
China Kid, my nigga LT. That nigga.
Be like you. Super sliding. And then we had Big Dog. What's the creative process behind all these videos? Because all 3 of them are just completely different.
I mean, Be Like You, I knew what I wanted to do with Be Like You, so that was just probably the most tedious process, though, because like I said, I think I had COVID shooting that motherfucker. So me and LT was driving around the city, like, getting shots from everybody, so like, that was probably the hardest video to shoot, but he killed that shit.
That was a lot of time.
Yeah, he killed that shit, but he was even, he went crazy on that, and Big Dog was just, man, that shit was hilarious. That was a team effort, Once Dre really said, let's do Friday. And that's really much all he needed to say. Once he said that, I told these niggas Friday, and this is, one of everybody's
I don't think anybody
favorite
knew
movies.
how cold how cold you was gonna play that Smokey role. I don't think anybody even realized.
Bro, that's one of my favorite movies ever. Like, that wasn't even nothing that niggas had to even rehearse about. It was like, what? Friday? Say less. We just need to cast the motherfucker. Like that. We know everything. We know the movie fucking back. We just need to cast.
No, we had to make sure we do it right.
And
Yeah. And people was holding each other accountable. I'm talking about everybody involved. They was like, nah, the scene went like this. Niggas was out there pissed like, nah, man, it didn't go like this. It went like this. Like, you got me fucked up. We gonna do it right.
That's fire.
Everybody was,
Niggas was checking niggas.
That cast found that day.
Get your lines right that day.
He said, "Let's do it. Let's do it." I'm like,
and y'all had Wichita like crazy in that video.
yeah.
Had Willie in that video.
Yeah.
Had Flim in the video.
Yeah.
Like it was just like a lot of Wichita love. Something that you always just continue to do.
I gotta do it.
So, as far as my first question is J Love, as far as with the team, what's next for the team? No boundaries. And then I'm gonna follow up with Schoon. What's next for you specifically?
For the team, man, just keep doing what we doing and do a little bigger though. Way bigger.
Take it to the next level.
Yeah. Definitely.
110%.
Schoon, what's next for you, big dog?
Man, I got some projects lined up, so I'm really locking in with producers this year, so I'm doing whole projects locked in with one producer, so I got 3 or 4 of them. Got a couple features lined up, kind of organically that I'm working on, so got a video on deck, still rolling some of the pedigree shit, so.
There's a lot of songs on Pedigree that's video worthy. In fact, there's a couple songs on some projects beforehand.
Yeah, easy for sure. It's just.
We should know.
Cause
He wanted to reach back to Sessions. He was like,
I still think P's and Q's need a video.
that's what he said.
That's all, man.
That's what I said, man. Like, it ain't.
But you gotta stay on your music, boy.
They still new. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even been that long. You know what I'm saying? We live in an era now where everything want to get pushed through, and nobody want to take the time with the art. But if you taking time with your art, don't let nobody rush you on how you want to display it. You know what I'm saying?
Cause when you can drop a track and then shit, it don't matter how long it is. If you drop a video for it, that song brand new all over
Black
again.
Benny, that's my favorite song. I could drop a Black Benny video and I will still take
Black Benny is one of those 3 songs that I named that I was
that I would take if it was a week old. I would still take the same time and the same, trying to put it together. I just dropped it a week ago. I love that shit. I feel like it's timeless. I could still do a video for it.
I knew Black Benny was a classic because during the RELL-ism Music Fest, you start performing Black Benny and all you see in the comments was Black Benny, Black Benny, Black Benny, Black. You see the bars coming in. I was like, damn, this nigga got one of this. I didn't even know he had one. Shit.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites just ever. So I don't even care if nobody liked it. I knew, but yeah, I love it.
Yeah, man.
That's one of them.
It's a good song. Yeah, it's a good song for real.
Definitely.
That's one of them.
Definitely one of them.
Well, fellas, I really appreciate y'all, pulling up on me. You know what I'm saying? The interview's coming, you know what I'm saying, to an end. And I think it's only right, you know what I'm
Thank
saying,
you.
we go ahead. We take, you know what I'm saying,
patience.
Hey, pull that shit up. Hey,
No.
much love.
God
Much love
bless.
to the No Boundaries team. You know what I'm saying? You know I got mad love for y'all no matter what.
God bless the dead. It's going on.
But yo, I can't wait to see what the team got, you know what I'm saying, coming in the near future. So I definitely wanted to take this moment, you know what I'm saying, to acknowledge the team. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like me and Scoon did this interview, and then it was just like, man, like having a conversation with Justin, you know what I'm saying, just like a few days ago, I was just like, man, like the team is so, like, you know, it's running like an engine. It's running like it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And you love to see it. So it's like I always want to highlight, you know what I'm saying, everybody that's on the team that, you know what I'm saying, might not get that shine or that recognition at that time. So I really appreciate y'all. So one by one, where can all the viewers and stuff find you? Starting with you, Loud. Where can they go and find you at?
He said, okay.
I've been waiting on this moment.
Nah, man. Y'all can find me at I Am Loud Kicks, all social media. And yeah, so if you want to find me Instagram, all that, Loud Kicks podcast as well. But yeah, you can find me personally at I Am Loud Kicks, all social media.
J Love.
On deck _mentality on Instagram.
J Love, I heard that you was grubbing eating good the other day.
You know?
Hey, we ain't gonna speak on that. We ain't gonna speak on that.
They said we ain't gonna speak on that. Hey, hold on.
Everybody eats beef.
Man, for all of you that don't know, like if you in Wichita, everybody know who J Love is. It don't matter whether I ain't heard nothing but good things from you, bro. So you know it's all love. But if you in Wichita and you paying attention to anything that's going on, you know who the fuck J Love.
Shout out
is.
to the next sessions.
Be
there.
Come on.
Ooh, go ahead, Dan the man. Where can they find you at?
Hey man, my name is Slim Della Cream. Dropping gems. Take your BN for a swim.
Ooh.
Come fuck with your boy.
Ooh.
We out here. Hey, fuck certified to click. You know, quits. Hey, I love y'all, man. Hey, yeah, that's right, nigga. Hey, bars, bitch ass.
Taking advantage of the moment, bro.
He got a release date ready to go. He's like, yo, no.
You know, with this shit, I'm just retired. You know, with this shit, I'm retired. Hey, I'm retired, man. Fuck you niggas, man. Hey, guess what, though? School Magoon, that's my boy J Love. That's my really loud kids. That's the best nigga ever. Rello, that nigga is killing you niggas.
Man, it turned out.
Move it around. Come on.
I got family in your team, and I had no clue the whole time.
You know you gonna fuck that day up. What you mean? Where the camera at? Fuck you pussies. You know you gonna fuck that up. What you mean, man? Yeah, record all this shit.
I love this shit.
Alright, pass it off.
Justin,
Glad to be a part of No Boundaries because really these people set ultimate limits. Ultimate limits. He got the business card right there. Next up, Youth Athletics.
That's huge.
Man, but nah, shout out to the No Boundaries because the team really sets no limits. Like ever since I done been back home, I'm the youngest, you know. I'm glad that I get to be a part of the team.
Definitely.
So me really being a part of always a team, man, shoot, they be pushing people to the stars. So make sure that you keep it up. You know, follow me at See Every Dimension. You're
hey.
you know the business.
Gotta plug his shit. Gotta plug it.
After all that, follow
And
me.
he plays the saxophone.
What do you know?
Motherfucking city. Think it's okay.
Shout out to Monica. Shout out to Reddy. Shout out to Sneak Teefs.
Nah, it's in him. It ain't on him. I can tell you that right now. Like, that's that family lineage shit. Like, it is what it is. Like,
He said it's him, man.
you can't fake that. Schoon, where can they find you, big dog?
Man.
If you know any of your social media, I'll
Man,
be shocked.
I'm a real regular nigga. Dick Johnson on Facebook, Scooney on Facebook, Scooney316 Instagram. Scooney316 Twitter, The Scoon on Snapchat.
And if y'all haven't already, go ahead and check out Pedigree. Go
On all
ahead,
platforms.
go ahead and check out
Check out all
Sessions. Go
platforms.
ahead and check out Spoonie. Go ahead and check out all that. Like, just go through the whole catalog
Yeah, for
and then
sure.
tell me that this nigga ain't one of the best rappers alive.
sure.
And it ain't just local; it's best rappers
Yeah,
alive.
for sure.
So
Just pick one. It don't matter which one. Just pick one and listen to it. and then
Tell us
go
what you
from
think.
there.
Tell us what you think. Tell us what you know.
End result. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Rello. That's RELLO with another episode of RELL-ism. I'm here with the No Boundaries family. You know what I'm saying? Vic, Justin, Dan.
Shout out to Duce, man.
Duce,
Shout out to LR, you know what? Real regular shit for us.
Yeah, this is what we do every night. This every night. So what's up? So what's up? Hey, yo, hey,
Y'all,
mother.
much love to y'all. Check us out next time. We out.
All right, with love.
Good shit, fellas. Good shit, man.